Hey guys, I'm just at the trail on my second lap through, and I just want to zoom in here for you into the woods. Looks like there's somebody's got a homeless camp set up. So I'm not speaking very loudly, but I'm going to check this out. There's some clothes up on a drying rack. And some sort of setup in the woods there. So, pretty crazy. I'm not going to disturb them. Looks like somebody's got a homeless shelter set up just off the trail here. That's pretty sad, but you know, with the economy the way it is, I have no doubt. So that's pretty wild. There's actually an entrance right there. I can see it. There's a trail. So I wouldn't want to enter somebody's, refuge from this government, that's for sure. Let them be, and that's the way it is. But interesting. So yeah, we're on lap number 2 here. It always seems to go quicker as I'm talking to you guys on camera, which is nice. But I do enjoy just listening to the podcasts or the music, whatever I feel like for the day. And it's humid out. It is, even though it's cloudy, man, it's humid. We've been getting the humidity here bad. And we always seem to do in my area because we're surrounded by water, the Great Lakes here. So, and then in the wintertime we get the snow effect off of that. But yeah, she's brutal. So the trail's pretty empty though most of the time, guys. I don't understand why nobody really takes advantage. There's very few people on here, so it's kind of like my own little private / public trail. But whatever, I use it. It's nice, gets you back into nature a little bit. And yeah, not too far from the city, that's for sure. As you can hear, sound travels quite a bit over the river, so yeah. But oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the items that I ordered. I have for my blood pressure thing, I have a small finger clip digital meter that will measure my blood pressure, beats per minute, and a bunch of other stuff. I'll unpackage that and show that in effect when I get it. And I mentioned Dean recommended he knows, and most of you guys know, that I will be eventually setting up the wiring for the tiny house, 12 volt. Well, mostly 12 volt. And that will cover my lighting. And actually he recommended a ceiling fan that's 12 volt as well, which is awesome for wintertime. So may get 1 or 2 of those. I have one ordered, but it hasn't shown up yet, so maybe get the free refund on that. But anyway, I ordered this panel that's originally for either automotive or boat, and it's a 12 volt or 24 volt. Has a couple USB ports, has a couple cigarette plugs, and then it has a bunch of 12 volt switches, and it's pre-wired. And basically what I do is wire it up to my power supply, which will be the batteries, the solar batteries, and then wire my loads into each individual switch, and I can control the whole tiny house from this panel via switches, and that is pretty cool. So I can control ceiling fans, lighting, all that stuff. It's a little expensive unit, but it looks like a really good quality, and it's got good reviews, and it's pre-wired for what I need. And I'll just have to add some, I need some little connectors to clamp onto the 12 volt wires. That they're kind of those pushover blade connectors. I think I can get those on Wish as well. And yeah, should be good. So that's another item off the list for the tiny house, wiring. And the health monitor is more for me. And then I can obviously check myself whenever I want. And it's easy. It's not a cuff link around my arm or wrist or anything. It is just a over your finger measuring. Other items I ordered. I ordered a vacuum sealing food saver machine from Wish for $30, and this thing is going to vacuum the air out of my Mylar bags and seal them at the same time, so I won't have to use that hot iron, as far as I know. So that'll be a better option, and hopefully that's a good one. And what else? I ordered a pillow that is really good for off-grid living. It is basically a pillow that you could either fill with hot water or warm water, and basically on those really hot, humid nights in the tiny house, if I don't have air conditioning, I can at least run my USB fans and fill this thing with ice water. That'll keep me cool, and I'll be able to get a few hours sleep out of that, hopefully. What else? And then wintertime, obviously, throw some warm water in, throw it under the covers with you, or whatever, and you're good to go. Let's see. I think that's everything I ordered. Oh, and by the way, my Patreon members, which I love you guys. You guys are great. Donating directly to me, supporting the off-grid tiny house. I just want to let you guys know that I haven't spent a dime of your money on anything yet. I'm kind of letting the reserves build up. So don't worry about me buying all these kind of items from Wish. Most of them are free, actually. And I knew, hopefully this kind of just lets you know what I'm doing with the money. I'm basically stockpiling it on PayPal, and then eventually I think I will be using it on another large MPPT charge controller, because my charge controller, my big one there, will only do so many of my solar panels. It'll do 6 max, I believe, and I already got 4 up. If I put 6 more up, what is that? 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means I still have 10 left over. 10 more solar panels left over. So for my big battery bank, I'll incorporate the 2 large MPPT charge controllers, and then whatever panels I have left over, I'll use those on those black PWM controllers, which are what I'm using now in the tiny house. So I can make another additional setup, and will require some more batteries and stuff like that as well. But at least with my bigger setups, guys, which is going to be awesome once that gets done, I won't use a lot of the wiring up that came with the solar panels, so I'll be able to use those for other projects and stuff, like the additional PWM setup. So that'll be nice. and we'll go from there. But I'll talk to you on the next lap here, guys. Kind of getting back into town now, and the rain is looking imminent, but I'm going to try to get at least 2 more laps in so I get my 4 miles in. Keep Rob healthy, hopefully. I think it helps quite a bit. It doesn't make sense, like when a doctor tells you diet and exercise to reduce blood pressure, I think the opposite. Well, you want to rest your heart and not be active as you are. But I guess, you know, you guys can fill me in on that in the comments, I'm sure. We'll see you in a bit.